welcome to Lunch with the Doc. We have a very special day planned for you today. I'm with Mama Lisa.
Glad to be here.
Yes, and we are doing a Thanksgiving special Lunch with the Doc today because it's this Thursday. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it
I
either.
know.
It just popped. It just snuck up on
It
us.
just popped up. So we're going to give you a bunch of tips and tricks for how to just cook healthy and well this Thanksgiving. I mean, Mama Lisa, you always make the best Thanksgiving meals.
Thank you.
Yes.
I love it.
It's so fun. And this year we get to be in our new kitchen.
We do get to be in our new kitchen.
Yeah, look at this beautiful kitchen. It's so awesome. It's so fun.
It's going to be a lot easier.
It's going to be a lot easier. We have
I
lots
have
of
counter space.
Jinx.
I used to have to use my drawers for counter space.
Yeah.
Here's put
That's
this
true.
pan on this drawer, put that pan on that drawer.
Yeah.
It's going to be different.
It's going to be different.
Yep.
So anyways, hopefully you guys are getting excited for Thanksgiving. And if you're in the middle of planning your recipes and everything, it's great that you've joined us because we have like amazing recipes to share with you. We have tips to share with you. We have some gluten-free options to educate you on. So it's going to be really fun. So Dr. Lisa, give us some of your tips for today.
Well, the first thing I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with the turkey, which is absolutely the most important and the
It's the
centerpiece
most
of our meal.
Yes.
And with turkey, we always think of gravy. So I'm going to talk about gravy and turkey. So I always get an organic turkey. I just think they taste so much better. It's going to have your giblets in it, which you need. So I always brine my turkey, and the reason why I find them to be much moister and a little bit saltier, which my whole family really likes, and just more tasty. So what a brine is a brine is always using salt. You use coarse salt, so there's our coarse salt. Just coarse is really thick. So in my brine, I am gonna have coarse salt, I'm gonna have honey, I'm gonna have pepper, I'm gonna have thyme, and I'm gonna have garlic. That is my brine.
Text me tonight.
And the brine goes in water. So what you do is you just get a big pot of water, heat it up, melt the honey in it, and then you put these other ingredients. It's so easy. And then you have to put your turkey in a brining bag.
Ooh, look at that bag.
So there's your brining bag. You can get them at any good cooking store. So that's
She
where I got.
makes the best turkeys in
the
the
best
world.
turkey.
Thank you. So there's your brining bag. I've been to stores before Christmas and they're out of brining bags. So I always get my brining bag about a month before.
So go get it.
So that go get it. You brine your turkey in the oven. In the refrigerator for about 12 to 18 hours before you put it in the oven. So that means you always want to do it Wednesday night. Always, always.
Don't you have to kind of get the air out? You gotta like.
Of the brining bag?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
You gotta make it.
Because
so
you
that-
want to envelop the
Envelop
turkey
the
in brine as best you can. Before you put the turkey in the brining bag, you will take out the giblets and the neck. What you want to do with the giblets and the neck is you want to start making your turkey gravy. So this is what I do.
Ooh, gravy. Makes
I
it
will
all
take
better.
my pot, a nice big heavy cast iron pot, and I will put in ingredients to make a good stock. And you know what I do when I make stock now? I just put in the whole onion.
Wow,
I just put in the whole, it's so much easier.
that's.
I'll just dump in my thyme. I'll cut a couple, I'll just grab some stalks of celery and just throw them in there. So whatever kind of herbs, I would maybe put some fresh sage in there. I haven't gone to Trader Joe's yet. Gotten sage, and I could put some carrots in there as well. I haven't gotten my carrots yet either. Put that all in, put your giblets in, put the water up to here, put a lid on, put it on your stove in the morning when you put your turkey on. You can even start it the night before and turn it on, first turn it up to a good, get it going to a good simmer, and then turn it way, way down.
And just let it.
Do its thing. One of the things
Does
about
everyone know what giblets means?
giblets are the heart, the liver, and the, I think it's the kidneys that are in there, and the neck.
Okay.
So, and you know, the Native American Indians, whenever they killed an animal, do you know what they would eat first?
The heart?
The heart or the brain?
Brain.
The heart of the brain. So they got a lot of glandulars. They would not let that animal go to waste at all. They would eat the glandulars, and glandulars are high density nutritional foods. So whenever, that's why grandmas used to feed their kids chopped liver.
Liver.
'Cause
Chopped
it's
liver.
high density nutritional food.
Wow.
So whenever you can use those giblets, you should. Okay, so that's kind of how you do the turkey. Once you put the turkey in the oven, you're gonna baste it every 30 minutes with chicken broth, because a brined turkey does not give off very much juice.
So you just
The
buy
juices
chicken broth.
stay in the turkey. That's why they're so moist. That's why you brine them. So you're gonna have to buy some extra chicken broth to baste your chicken with.
So you just
turkey.
get the baster, pour it over it every half an hour.
Every half an hour.
That's fun.
One of the things that people don't like brine turkey quite as much, because they say that the gravy's a little salty, and it is. But if you make a good stock and you kind of dilute it, then you don't have that much of a salty turkey.
Okay, that's good to know.
Gravy. Okay.
Turkey gravy.
Okay.
Got it.
So that's kind of the turkey.
The turkey.
Now, the other thing
Centerpiece.
we really like to make is gluten-free stuffing. So a lot of stuffings are made out of sourdough bread. So this is the best gluten-free sourdough bread we have found. You don't even have to make it stale. You can just cut this up and it is perfect. Our stuffing, we put bread. I don't have all my ingredients. Chestnuts, turkey sausage, cranberries, Parmesan, apples. So we'll have that recipe up on the website for you. It's really good. Another issue about brine turkey, which some other people don't like, you can't put stuffing in it. It gets way too salty. So you always make your stuffing outside. But this stuffing recipe that we have is so good.
It's so good.
And then when you put the gravy on it, it's amazing. So there are gluten-free options for stuffing, and I highly recommend that. Since we're on the topic of gluten-free, when you're making your gravy, you always need to thicken the gravy. I just used gluten-free flour mix from Trader Joe's. It works just the same as your flour that you're used to using when you thicken up your gravy. So that's wonderful. I love that gluten-free mix. Always use it. Then also, if you need a gluten-free option for your pies,
gluten-free pie.
I use that. I use that for savory and sweet, both. So I make quiches in that, and I make pies in that, and so that's wonderful. I found that at Mother's.
You don't have to give away pie when you're gluten-free.
No, you do not have to give up pie when you're gluten-free. All right.
And the pie that you make, pear pie.
Oh yeah, we could put that on the website too.
Oh my gosh.
Pear pie crumble top.
Yes, and if you're gonna do that, you need to get your pears now, right? So they ripen.
Yeah, you would need to get your pears today.
Get your pears today, and we're gonna put up the recipe for the pie.
And
it's amazing.
I forgot the name of the pear. It's
probably on here.
Oh, I don't know if I have the recipe. I forgot the name of those pears.
Well, we'll let you know.
Okay.
When we put
Dijon. No, not Dijon. It's not Bartlett pear. It's the other pear that starts with a D, a French name.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
We'll find it.
All right. So now another recipe that everybody loves not everybody loves green beans, but we love green beans since we found this recipe. So I found these organic green beans at Costco. And our green bean recipe is kind of an Asian twist. So it has miso, white miso. It has this hot kind of mustard. It has almonds. It has a little rice wine vinegar in that. It has scallions in it.
Yeah.
And it's so good, and they're kind of spicy.
Yeah.
And we would never go back to a regular green bean.
They're
so good.
And one thing with green beans, you have to be really careful you don't overcook them, right?
Yeah, and that recipe calls for blanching them, but I think this year I'm going to steam them. Because remember when we blanched them, we'd have to dry them off.
Oh yeah.
Let's not do that this year.
Let's not do that.
Let's not.
Let's just steam them.
And then we have to dry them off.
After you steam them, don't you just rinse them under cold water to stop the cooking?
You can.
Okay.
You can. Or you can just like undercook them just a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah, and then you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So we love that recipe. All right, then another recipe that we love. Okay, we all love yams.
Yes.
So with our yams, we just kind of do yams with a twist. And so what we add to the yams
with the twist
is we zest oranges, we zest lemons, juice of both, with lots of butter and honey. Super simple, but just those added ingredients are amazing. So we were just gonna kind of show you a little bit of how we do that.
Yeah, we're gonna make the sweet potatoes in front of you. So So we probably need to zest, right?
Yes. So are those washed?
I need to wash them.
Okay, let's wash those.
And we've been cooking the sweet potatoes. So I mean, sweet potatoes usually take
A good hour.
a good hour or 2 an hour and a half. And you put it up to 400, right?
No, I usually do mine at 350.
Okay.
And one of the things whenever you put yams in, as you can see, Maria put tin foil underneath because you know how they drip? They drip so much. Yeah, so these are done. So we just need to skin them.
And normally we would
Do them whole. I
Yeah, do
always
them
do them
whole.
whole.
We normally don't cut them, but today we cut them to make them cook a little faster. So if you get under a time crunch and you need them to cook faster, you can cut them. But normally you want to just have them in their whole.
And they keep so much of their moisture that way. When you cut them, they lose a little bit of their moisture.
Exactly.
Plus they're messier.
So what would you say, Mom, is the best way to skin these? Just to...
You know what? After they're cooked, you let them cool. And
Then you can pull it off.
What I usually have done is I either cut them in half and scoop them out.
Oh, yeah.
Or if they're cool enough, then you can just peel the skin
Peel
off.
the skin off.
Because the skin comes off
does
so
come off
fast.
easily.
Yeah. So if they're cool, it comes off super fast. So,
I'm going to zest
and then you know what
these.
you can do with the skins?
Eat them.
You can, if you like to eat them, or you can save them and put them in the freezer.
Ooh.
And with your bone broth bones.
Ooh.
And then you can, and when you make your bone broth, you can put them in with your bone broth.
That is good.
Yeah, so whenever you have, like, let's say when you get done with this, and you have that, you're not using it, cut off the end, and put that in with your bone broth. Don't throw your vegetables away. Don't throw your vegetables,
Like the ends of vegetables and stuff.
Like my broccoli, I always keep the stalks. And I put them in with my bone broth.
And like the end of your carrots.
The end of, yes, and
All that.
obviously like your carrot tops.
Uh-oh.
So, woo, that's hot.
And you know what?
Look at, there's a little heart on that.
Oh, cute. See, I like these skins.
Okay, well then, Maria would not have them in her bone broth.
But you can put them in your bone broth.
Potato peels are really good to put in your bone broth. You keep those potato peels, like if you're making mashed potatoes this year, keep those peelings. So
And-
wash your potatoes before, so they're pretty clean. And then keep your peelings, put them in the freezer until you're ready to make bone broth.
And we've done some Lunch with the Docs on bone broth and how to make it. So you can always go to our website and check out our past Lunch with the Doc videos. They're all up there, or on our YouTube site, or on our Facebook. And look up our bone broth one, and you can check out how to make it. It's amazing. And especially, I think that's a good thing to do throughout the holidays, because all of us know that it can be a little bit easy to gain some weight over the holidays. So what you could do is sometime in between Christmas and Thanksgiving, you could give yourself just like a 3-day bone broth cleanse. Just all you have for 3 days is just bone broth. And you'll be surprised, you're not that hungry because it gives you so many good nutrients.
Okay, so say what you're doing.
So I am zesting the orange. So this is a zester.
And some regular old cheese graters have zesters, so you could use that part. If you didn't have that tool at home, look on your on your cheese grater and see if you have that. And then you don't have to go out and buy one.
So you just zest the whole orange. And I think in the
That's probably
recipe it says how much? Oh, 2 tablespoons of grated orange rind and lemon rind.
And how many yams? 4 pounds of yams. So that's a big amount.
A big amount.
So then, after you zest first, then juice.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna show these.
Yeah. Now let's put some butter in there. Let's
Butter.
put some honey in there. We'll put the zest in there. And see
Should
how
I
easy
measure it
this
out
is?
at this point,
No,
or-
just eyeball it since we don't have 4 pounds of yams.
Yeah.
Right? So there's I'm just going to put about that much juice in there.
And this is probably enough zest.
That's
so
perfect. And then we'll want to zest our
lemon.
lemon.
We put some honey in there. raw, unfiltered honey, so good.
Yes.
Where'd you get this?
Got it at Trader Joe's. So I've been no, I'm sorry. Sorry, I got that at Costco.
Costco.
I've been finding Costco has some great organic things. The one thing, let's just speak about some things with Costco that you do have to be careful of. I just read the other day in the Week magazine that a lot of salt that comes from Asia, and Costco doesn't vet everything that comes in, I'm sure, but some salt that comes from Asia that can have plastic in it. They found high amounts of plastic in a lot of salt that came from out of the country. So you might want to just be careful with buying your large amounts of salt. This is a salt that I use. Let's see if I have it. Yeah. I use this. It's made in Utah, and it's been around for decades, and it's a really good salt.
I'm gonna put a couple more in there.
Okay. And you're gonna have it for lunch?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is lunch with the doc, you know? So you gotta have your lunch.
So all you have to do with this, once you have all your yams together, is pretty much just get a masher and just mash it up.
Mash it. Did you get the lemon zest?
I got the lemon zest.
Perfect.
I haven't done the lemon juice yet.
Okay.
So that's how easy it is. It's so quick, it's so easy, and it's so much better than just straight up yams.
Oh yeah. So much better.
So much better. And then you can dot the casserole pan with butter on the top if you want to.
Yep.
And
Oh yeah, we should show the pan that we put it in. I'll grab it.
Sure. Okay, now that it's rather soft, I'll just use a spoon. Excuse me. To finish it up. So, see how easy that is? And then everyone just takes a scoop and it's cleaner and easier. I think we need to taste this, all of us.
Yeah.
Do we? But you do put it in the oven, bake it after this, but you can still taste it before you put it in.
So you put it in a casserole pan like this.
Right.
And then you'd put some butter on top, and then you'd bake it for how long?
Oh, it doesn't need that long. And for those people that like marshmallows,
Oh yeah.
you actually could put some marshmallows on
You
it.
can put some marshmallows on there.
Now that is not anything I would ever.
So I think we need to try this. Very zesty.
So good.
So good.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
I'd have a little more butter if I was to do it me.
Well, Maria went light on the butter. I would too. Well, that's you could always dot the butter on the
It's a
top.
little more zesty than normal. It's a little more lemony.
I like it. So,
Me too.
do we have anything else to add to getting? Oh, I know what I was going to say. I was going to talk about for some people that want to make things like ahead of time. You can bake your yams the night before,
Oh, that's a good idea.
and you don't even need to put them in the refrigerator. You can just put them, on your countertop. Let them sit there that night, and then just make. And you can even peel them, but I think it'd be better to keep them in the skin.
Oh, okay.
And then the next day, so that's done. You don't have to take up oven time for that.
Yeah.
You can always make your pies the day before.
Uh-huh.
Get as much done as you can the day before. Set your table the day before.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yep, always set your table the day before, and so they don't have to do that the day of, because there's a lot to do the day of.
There's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do.
Yeah.
And shopping early is always like today. There was a lot of people out there today. It was
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Get your cutting done. You can cut up your pears, cut up your...
Yes. No, you don't. No,
Vegetables.
you can't cut up your pears.
Oh, don't cut up your pears.
No, they'll turn brown.
Oh, you're
You
right.
you cut up your pears and you make that pie right away.
There you go.
Well, you could wash all your vegetables.
Yeah.
You could trim your vegetables. Yep.
Yep.
That's something that you can all get that, and then you're just ready to go.
Yep.
Yep. You could zest the day before. You
Oh,
could
yeah.
juice the day before.
Yeah.
You could have all those ingredients all ready to go. The other thing I was going to say, some people they want to have their gravy done the day before, and they go and they buy chicken wings and they roast the chicken wings and they get the gravy from the chicken wings and they start making their gravy before.
Oh.
So that's another thing some
That's
people
another
do
thing you can do.
to prepare.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I think
I think that's it.
we covered it.
Yeah.
You guys, Mama Lisa, Round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
She has so many good things to share. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing your tips.
You're so welcome.
I'm so blessed that I've been around this woman all my life, and now I can become hopefully a fraction of a cook of who you are someday. So guys, Thanksgiving is going to be super fun. I hope you guys just have a wonderful time with your families, and just remember what you're thankful for. Be grateful. It's so good for your health to be grateful. We're going to talk a little bit more about that on
that's
Wednesday.
good.
Yeah.
That grateful people are the happiest people.
It's true.
Have the most joy.
Yeah.
And they're healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It changes your body and your brain and your heart and soul and everything. So be grateful and join us next time. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
You're amazing.